I am officially bulletproofed. Yes, that's why my skin is glowing and I'm looking ripped and jacked. It's because every morning I take my mycotoxin-free bulletproof coffee and mix it up with MCT oil and grass-fed butter. Why, do you ask? Well, it does a lot of things. It replaces my meal for the morning, and it gets my brain all the right nutrients they need. Those oils, that fat, and then I don't eat until 1 or 2 o'clock. So it's not really just coffee, it's turning into a lifestyle. You know, for people that don't know what jiu-jitsu is, can you kind of give a layman's description and then just talk about your time in Brazil and also, I know you spent some time with Anderson Silva down there. I was wondering if you just talk about that.
Yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is not that doesn't involve striking. It's all joint locks and pins, submission holds, holds that are designed to make somebody give up or incapacitate them, and it favors leverage over brute force, and the efficient use of force. So it was developed by the Gracie family in Brazil when judo was imported when jiu-jitsu and judo in Japan started to amalgamate, and people went around the world and started to pass it on, and the Brazilian form took a very different tack to the Japanese form, which became the sport of Olympic judo that we know now, and the Brazilians favored the ground grappling aspect a lot more. So I went to Brazil to learn this. The story of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts as we know it today are quite well combined. It began with challenge matches between various martial arts, and now of course we have mixed martial arts, which is a competition format rather than an art in itself. But Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a specific art, and that's what I went to Brazil to learn with Crezio, who I talked about before. But I was fortunate when I got there as well. I got to spend a couple of days there at the Minotauro gym, and I did some sparring with Anderson Silva, the world champion. That I'm sure anybody who watches
what was that like?
The UFC. Anderson was really an inspirational character. You know, you can just tell, even if you'd never seen him fight, I'm sure that there was something about him that they really had that command presence. When he walked in the room, you knew he was somebody. You know, I guess I'm skewed because I've seen the incredible fights that he's given before, but he had a magnetism about it that I couldn't quite explain.
Could you tag him like when you were sparring?
No, this was the thing. He played a little bit when we started warming up, and kind of called me on and said, throw a couple of punches, and let me tag him. And I was pretty careful not to hit too hard because I thought he's going to clean me out if I try it on here. He said, okay, let's go. And the guy was just amazing. He was doing like capoeira footwork 1 minute, then the alley shuffle, and tagging me with different things. And he did this incredible spinning elbow. He did a bit of capoeira footwork, spun around and put his elbow just underneath my jaw, lightning speed, and then just stopped right here and just winked at me.
Fucking hell. That's unbelievable, right?
And on one hand it was incredible because you think, man, I'm in the presence of greatness here. On the other hand, you think, this is so depressing because I'm trying so hard and I'm never going to be close to being as good as
I know
this
the
guy.
feeling very well.
It's inspirational and disheartening at the same time. It's a strange experience.
Is that similar to training with Roger in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just, okay. Enough said. And how long were you in Brazil for?
I lived there on and off, sort of playing the visa refreshing game. So I think I went there first in 2004, 2003 or 2004, and then I continued to do that until 2006. And then it just became a little bit more difficult. I never intended to stop doing that, but it just got harder, and I ended up getting married and different things like that. And so I ended up more based in here. So I try to get back for a month or so every year. I try to get my teacher to come over here for a month. But it was an incredible time, incredible place.